Good afternoon. It is Wednesday, the 9th of August. It is 6:31 p.m. I am the Wolfman, and this is Wolfman Weekly. Nobody asked any questions, so I'll just be checking in. But if you would like, for those of you that are practicing the Wolfman Method, if you would like answers to any questions, feel free to leave a comment below this video, and I will check it next Wednesday before I make my next video, and I will answer any questions that I find in the comments. So the Wolfman Method is a spiritual practice. It is detailed in 5 or 6 videos that I've put together in a playlist called the Wolfman Method. And so if you're just happened upon this video and you're wondering what it is I'm talking about, that's what it's about. This Wolfman Weekly is a check-in for people who are practicing, give everybody the opportunity to ask questions and get them answered. And then on my end, it's just, a chance to talk, say what's been going on. So yeah, if you feel like leaving a question, leave a question. Feel free to say a little bit about who you are, how long you've been meditating, and whatever your question is, where you're from, if you like. A little biographical information would be interesting, I'm sure. But yeah, so in the past week, I have not missed a meditation until today, which I didn't miss it. It's like the day's not over. So as soon as this video gets done, I'm going to go and I'm going to hit up my hour of meditation. I decided to do a 100-day meditation challenge with my sister, not to miss a meditation. I've had an extremely difficult past couple of weeks for personal reasons, and so that is what it is. But at the end of the day, I made a commitment. So for the same reason that I'm on here making this video, because I said I would, I am going to meditate as soon as this video is done, because I said I would, and I want to be the kind of person who does what they say they're going to do. I do believe that there's great value in practice. I am not a real fan of discipline, but I have discipline for other people, and so at this stage in my life, it seems like it would be unfair to myself not to apply that same discipline towards my own goals. And so I'm on 7 days of not missing a meditation as of today, and I find myself, even though, like I said, these are extremely challenging times, the waves of emotion come and I surf them, and then I am just doing what I'm doing. Turns out the problems, even a problem that lasts for a long time, it's not that I'm dealing with the problem all day long. So somebody very close to me is having some mental health issues, and they had an episode, and during that episode they ended up getting arrested, and there's all kinds of stuff that's in jeopardy over this, and so the stakes are very high in the game, and I'm their lifeline. I'm the only person, well, one of the only people that they can call for help, and so I'm dealing with that, and it's a challenge, but I'm pretty proud of myself. I feel what I feel, and then it's over, and then I'm just sitting, or I'm just walking, or I'm just standing, or I'm just doing my job, whatever it is that I'm doing, and I'm not trying to solve the problem 24/7. I'm in the moment, for better or worse. And it's not like I am, in constant throes of orgasmic ecstasy or anything. Although, I feel like that's possible, but I haven't gotten there yet. But I, I am pretty happy with how much I've kept my head above my feet as the waves hit. Um, so that's what's been going on with me. I do want to emphasize, like, you could take the course of the Wolfman Method in a week, and you could learn all the information, and then you can use that information for the rest of your life. And so, because of that setup, there is a possibility or a tendency that the whole thing could be pretty daunting if you are taking score too harshly or too early or too often on your progress. So we practice, and we're not going to practice if we don't have a goal. Probably most of us, but at least I probably won't. So you have to have a goal. But the trick is when you actually get into the practice, the formal practice, when the sitting starts or when the standing starts, you really need to be able to drop that goal. So for the hour, 20 minutes, or whatever you have set aside for meditation, you really have to drop the goal. And um, so meditation is done properly, in my opinion, is a hopeless act. Um, when we meditate, we're not doing it. Obviously, leading up to the meditation, you're like, oh, I want to meditate because reduces stress, or maybe I'll get enlightened, or it'll make me live longer. Maybe help me sort out some of my problems, see things more clearly, deal with anger, fear, whatever it is, mental health, um, all of these reasons. But then once you go into the meditation, any of that becomes a hindrance. And so any, like, I want it to be this way becomes a hindrance. That's called forcing it. And one of the main tenets of the Wolfman Method is do not force it, do not fight it. So just a friendly reminder, gentle reminder, go into your practice, drop your goals. When you set the timer and you hit start, no goal. You're not sitting to get enlightened. You're not sitting to reduce stress. You're not sitting to feel some type of bliss state. If you sit and are pissed off for an hour, the meditation is good. In fact, that's probably one of the more useful meditations, sitting in an uncomfortable emotion, because that shit has to get processed. And so, of course, I'm preaching from my own experience here. Like, I'm telling you this because I needed to hear it this week. And so, like, I go and I sit for an hour, and at the end of the hour, I was like, well, that sucked, and it was not enjoyable, and like, what's going on with me? Where's my inner peace? And it's like, well, you needed to process emotion. So, um, so yeah, so that's the reminder that I wanted to leave you with. I don't have a lot to say this week. Please ask some questions. Give me more to talk about next week. Otherwise, I'll come up with something. But I love you all. Kon Omne Kono Yoko. May your hearts be happy. May your minds be clear. May you find satisfaction in all your endeavors. And may you find ultimate satisfaction.